Hi all and welcome back to the F1 Clash Community Championship result of week number 6. So the Dutch GP has complete and I hope you've all had a good round and scored your very best points of the season so far. So this week was delayed a little bit because of a bank holiday weekend in the UK. Happy days, I know. And now Hutch will be releasing the results today. So we're going to come back with you now and show you how you may have got on with your team this last week even. So let's first of all look at the standings from the previous weeks. And the overall standings, we've got Red Bull sitting at the bottom still, 10th place, only scoring 6 points. We've got McLaren 9th, 17 points. We've got Ferrari in 8th with 22. We've got Aston Martin in 7th with 31. Rounding out then, 6th, Haas, 42 points. Into the top 5 we go. We've got Williams on 46, Mercedes on 58, and then into the top 3, AlphaTauri sitting on 68. It was a first victory on their own this season for Alpine last week, so it'll be interesting to see if they can repeat that this week. But Alpine 100.5 and Alfa Romeo out front at the moment 114.5. So that will lead us into this week's results and a very big, important week of results to show you now. Can Alfa Romeo have one hand on the trophy, or will Alpine basically come out as difficult? We're about to find out, so let's go straight in to 10 to 1st for this week's results. So let's have a look at the scores on the doors. So we can see in week 6 is your total median score. You can see Red Bull 5,500 in 10th place. We move to then Haas, who scored 5,700 to take home 9th. We've got 8th place going to Aston Martin with 6,050. And it also is tied with McLaren, so 8th and 7th with 6,050. We've then moved to Ferrari with 6,200 points this week. And then Williams scoring 6,850. It was a big jump for Mercedes, moving up into 8,300. And then we come to the top 3 and some very, very interesting detail for sure. So we've got AlphaTauri with 12,025. Now that is a massive jump from AlphaTauri. Fair play. Really now coming in with an effort to try and take P2 or even P1, so massive respect out there. We've got Alfa Romeo, so my team, sitting P2 this week, 14,650. So we've improved only just, but up there, improving just enough. This week goes to Sotiris and Alpine. So Alpine taking P1 for a second consecutive week, and I'm pretty sure they will all be very chuffed, and it's going to be a very interesting finish to this championship with 3 weeks left to play. But let's have a look at the current standings in the F1 Clash Community Championship. So in 10th, Red Bull Racing with 7 points. We've got McLaren with 22, Ferrari with 30, Aston Martin 36. We've got Haas with 44, rounding out positions 6 through to 10. And then into the top 5, we've got Williams with 56, Mercedes with 70, and that big score for AlphaTauri, creating a bit of a gap there now. So 4th to 3rd, AlphaTauri sitting on 83. And then at the top, 1st and 2nd. So Alpine sits 2nd, 125.5. And we've got Alfa Romeo currently still holding on to that P1, 132.5. Now, that is, in theory, a 1st and 2nd place difference. So if these results stayed the same next week, Alfa Romeo and Alpine would be tied with 2 weeks to play. But can AlphaTauri shout and scream and get themselves up into the top 2 to make it even more interesting? That could be very good indeed. So keep clashing on. Good luck to all players. Well done to Sotiris and Alpine for another win. And let's see how close it is next week.